which is what he did. And so, back to Batman vs Superman. Um, Superman shows up and kills all these dudes, and saves Lois Lane with a big stupid grin on his face. After, like, he commits murder, and then he's just like, "Hi, Lois," and like smiles, and I'm just like, "Holy fuck!" The tones of this movie are so stark.
All over the
It's
place.
so fucking stupid. And then it cuts to this scene of Lois Lane in a bathtub back in Metropolis, just hanging out in the bathtub, and Clark Kent, not Superman, Clark Kent. They're different because one doesn't. Clark Kent doesn't even have glasses. It's really fucking stupid. Everyone knows he's Superman. Like, it's so stupid. He comes in and they have this conversation about like how people don't like Superman, and it's just like, I don't know what to do. People don't like Superman. It's just like, you just needed to let me feel in your heart and stuff. And then he kisses, and like you kind of see like side boob, and that was literally the purpose of the whole scene, was to see Amy Adams' side boob, and she probably, poor her, like she's so much better than those movies. God damn it. And then it cuts from there to Bruce Wayne.
Amy Adams is a beautiful lady.
She is a beautiful lady. She's a fantastic actress. So Bruce Wayne's just brooding in his fucking Batcave, and he's just angry. And then Alfred says some shit like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," and he like
Joe,
shits on him, kinda.
You should do
And
like.
he's just like, "Bro, you have to stop him. He's a dangerous person. We need to stop him from killing people. He killed too many people. What if he decides to turn evil? And then I have to stop him." And it's just like he says it over and over, and their script is just fucking horrendous. And then like, it's just so bad. And then it just keeps going. It's just a disjointed fucking, like, the editing sucks. And then, oh god, Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, played by fucking Jesse Eisenberg, and he's just like this fucking dorky.
Oh yeah, I forgot he played
long-haired
Lex.
piece of
Oh.
shit. Dude, I fucking hated it. Dude, it was so goddamn bad. He was like a he was just, they hired him because it's like, hey, you remember how you did Mark Zuckerberg? Do that, but turn it up to 12, okay? And then he was like, alright, I'll do that. And then he just acted like a fucking dipshit the whole fucking time. He was the worst Lex Luthor I've ever seen on the screen. Like, it fucking angered me so much. And he was like, he would make these little jokes, and like, they were just fucking awful. And like, oh, it's just horrible. It was so fucking bad, dude. I have PTSD from this movie. It is so god awful. Holy shit. And I've seen it twice. Because the second time I watched it, I was like drunk as fuck. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give this another shot. And then I ended up laughing the whole time. Because it was just so goddamn bad. And they spent so much money. And here's the thing. The big twist. The big thing that gets them to team up at the end. Lex Luthor kidnaps Martha Kent. Which is Clark Kent's mom, Superman's mom, and he basically says like, you have to like save her. There's some fucking stupid thing where he has to save her, or he has to choose between saving civilians or saving his mom. It's really stupid. And then Batman shows up and tries to kick his ass and like almost succeeds. He's about to kill him, and then Superman says, we have to save Martha. I have to save Martha. And then Batman's like, why'd you say that name? Why'd you say that name? And he's just like, because his mother's name is Martha Wayne. And he's still, at the age of like 47, still going through this horrible grief period that he has when he was a little boy. Because he never fucking reconciled or anything. There was no closure. Even though he's the fucking Batman, he's still freaking out because his mom's first name was uttered in front of him. So he's freaking out. And then Lois Lane shows up out of nowhere. She has not been in the scene at all. She shows up in this abandoned warehouse where they're battling to the death. And she's like, that's his mother's name! And she's like caressing his face. And then Batman suddenly like has this change of heart and like drops his kryptonite spear. For some reason, he made a spear out of kryptonite. I don't know why. He could have made a gun. He could have done anything. He's fucking Batman. He's got billions of dollars. But he made a fucking spear because this movie fucking sucks. And then he just fucking like decides like, you go save the civilians and stop the big bad monster that Lex Luthor made, and I'm gonna go save your mom from this weird warehouse that for some reason she's in, and I'll be back, and then we'll meet up and we'll fight the thing. And then for some reason Wonder Woman's gonna show up even though she hasn't been at all mentioned in this movie until the last 20 minutes.
Oh my
And then he
god.
Oh my
goes and he
god.
saves Martha Kent. And like,
Is
there's
that
a really
supposed to
cool
be his
Batman.
closure? Because it's like his mom.
It's so fucking stupid, dude. It's so stupid. And
I'm
so he
sorry.
goes, and there's a cool Batman fight scene. Really cool. But that is literally one of the few bright spots in a pile of garbage. And then they go and they fight this villain, Doomsday, who really should have been saved for a later movie, to be honest, because he in the comics is the person who kills Superman. He's this creature made
Jesus.
of Kryptonian DNA and like literally Lex Luthor's blood in this movie, which doesn't make any fucking sense. Like why a regular Kryptonian and Lex Luthor's evil blood, I guess, made this monstrous thing. And so they're fighting it, and it's absorbing all their attacks. Because, like, that's what it does. Like, if you hit it with, like, fucking heat vision, it gains heat vision and, like, develops, like, a rocky hide to protect itself from heat vision. Because that's what Doomsday does, because he's a fucking abomination. And so eventually they figure out they have to work together. And of course, because that's how these movies go, they just like, we have to work together. Okay, Batman, let's work together. Yeah, we should work together. Thanks, Superman, I just fucking said that. Well, let's go get him. And they go get him, and then Superman sacrifices himself. Which they should not have done in this movie. They should have saved it for later. And so at the very end of the movie, they are burying Superman, and that is the end of Batman vs Superman. So they start Justice League without Superman. That's a mistake. Justice League starts out with some stupid scene in Gotham where Batman's just like, there's just an alien on a rooftop, no context, just like just fiddling with a television antenna. Like that's literally how it opens. And then Batman shows up, beats the shit out of it. And then like he talks to Alfred, he's like, Alfred, like there's an alien on this rooftop. I just fought him. It's just like, oh, it must be like a herald to these like its armor has this symbol that we've seen in like ancient Egypt and shit like that. It's like a signal of like some impending doom. And then like just like the title, just like Justice League just pops up, and that's the opening of Justice League. It's like, okay, cool. So this is fucking dumb. And then they just really poorly introduce the rest of the Justice League, like, in the next, like, 45 minutes. And, like, one of them, like, they literally never mentioned in fucking Cyborg. He sucks. He's just garbage. And the Flash is, like, stupid. He makes too many jokes. Like, the Flash is supposed to make jokes. But this guy makes too
He's
many
supposed to be
jokes.
quippy, yeah.
Yeah, but he's... Yeah, the quips are so bad. They could be better. They could be better. And then... Wonder Woman is honestly like the best part. Honestly.
Is it the same Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman movie from like
Yes, it is. Yes, it
2
is.
years ago?
Yeah, it is. And that was a good movie. It was a solid movie.
It was, I saw that movie.
Except for the end.
I
The
think
end
you
was
and I
like,
talked
eh.
about that movie and
Yeah, we
how
did.
I didn't like the ending.
Me neither.
Felt like the ending was kind of meh,
I liked
considering
the
how
idea.
great the movie was.
Yeah, and I thought that the ending,
Yeah.
where I liked the idea where like she's looking to
Humans are just
find
fucked
like
up,
this.
yeah.
Yeah, she's looking to find that there's some like horrible villain from her past that's like causing all this, like the god of war, but it's realistically just that humans want to kill each other all the time. But then Ares shows up and it's like, oh well, that's too bad, because that was gonna be a cool idea that you were going with, but then they were like,
yeah, but then
well,
so
we
many
gotta sell
people would've been
toys.
so. Yeah, you know, the problem with that would have been the problem that, like, I know people that have problems with movies, like, that have ideas like that in them, and they're like, oh, well, it's too political, and they didn't have to ruin the movie with politics. And it's like,
Yeah,
well,
fuck
you know,
That's stupid.
society is politics, and
Yeah.
it's kind of
It
just
is.
how it be. So, our
'em.
media is supposed to reflect that, and
Mhm.
sometimes more political things get put through, and I think half the point of movies, at least some movies is supposed to have like some form of meaning you can take away from it, and if that
Yeah.
means like, you know, we should stop being shitty people that kill each other all the time, I'm fine with
Mhm.
that being a political message in a movie.
Me
Like,
too.
I don't mind it.
Me too. And
I
Wonder
realize
Woman
that there's
almost did
people
that.
that would hate that movie for that purpose. Do you realize that the ratings would have been worse for that if they had actually gone through with that, though?
Would they? I don't know. I feel like people are
Yeah.
smart enough. I feel like when I watch movies like Justice League and Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad, oh god, Suicide Squad, this the insult to my intelligence when I watch those movies is just so overpowering. It's just like these people that made this movie think I'm a fucking idiot.
I
They
know.
think I'm gonna eat this shit up like pudding, but I'm not. I'm sick of this garbage.
I
Why did I
mean,
pay $12 to
I like
watch this?
I like
You like
Suicide
Suicide?
Squad,
I mean,
but
that's
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 But
also
you
because I
also
have
don't.
no knowledge of the DC universe at all. I'm just like,
Suicide
oh
Squad.
hey look, pretty girl. There we go. Good
Suicide
movie.
Squad was fun, but it also like the music. I thought the music was just god awful. I heard that
You didn't
like
like
it had
it?
a lot. No, I think that they just took like the top 40 of like what's on the radio
I liked
and
the
just smashed it into a
Oh,
movie.
there was an Imagine Dragons song.
Yeah, I know. There was a lot of songs. There was a fucking
Sucker for
AC/DC
Pain
song.
was good.
There
I
was a
like
Queen
Sucker for
song.
Pain.
There's literally every
there's a
fucking
21
song
Pilots
that you
song
can
Right.
think.
too.
I
Yep.
love Panic at the Disco. I really do. I don't think Brendan Urie did a good job of covering that song, and I wish he hadn't. That's all
That's
I'm
too
gonna
bad.
say. I love
Also,
him
the
so much.
Joker
I love all of his
in
shit.
Suicide Squad was fucking garbage.
Why does everyone hate that? I didn't think it
Because of
was a
his fucking
problem.
tattoos. The tattoos say damaged on his fucking forehead, dude. Like, that's the
Is it not
stupidest shit.
normal? Like,
No, he doesn't have tattoos. And even if he did, I wouldn't have a problem. Except the tattoos in that movie are the cringiest fucking shit. He's got, like, gold teeth. And he's just like...
I mean, he's flexing because he's got money.
I mean, they
Like
never really
he's lived
explained that.
way and lived. But he was in a club for that one scene. I just kind of assumed that like maybe he owned the club or something. I don't know. I feel like he was
It was
just
very
constantly trying to flex that whole movie.
I
And he
guess
had money
so.
and other people don't.
But,
He
like,
gave me
I
like
don't know.
white
They didn't...
rapper vibes where he's like
Yeah,
just trying
and
to flex
that's
'cause he's
stupid
got
as
money
fuck.
and
Because,
has
like,
a
he's
hot
not.
bitch and you don't.
He's a fucking
And like
criminal, dude.
I don't know. I was fine with it, but I
He's
also
supposed
don't
to
know
be
what
an
he's supposed to be.
unhinged. He's
But
supposed to
also,
be an unhinged psychopath that doesn't have fucking damaged tattoo. Like, why? It's really, it comes down to the damaged tattoo. I'm just like, as soon as I saw that in like the fucking posters and shit, I was like, this is gonna be a horrendous pile of trash. I'm
Because of
looking
a
forward to seeing
tattoo.
the tattoo, dude. Like, the Joker is like everything about the DC universe. Like,
I know.
he's like a big deal. Like, if you don't do it right, then you fucked yourself, and that's exactly what they did. And Jared Leto, God bless him, but he totally fucking blew it. He did a bad job.
Everyone always complains about, and I don't know. As an
I don't know.
outsider to the DC universe who had literally never seen any DC films prior to that one,
Mhm.
I didn't mind it. I really didn't.
I
I
mean,
thought
that's
it
You
was
also-
it was an interesting movie. But I have no context to go off of. I don't know what it's supposed to
Did
be
you see
like.
the
I don't
Dark
know.
Knight? Did you see the Dark Knight?
I did see it.
That's not
Yeah.
perfect,
He
but it's
also has
closer.
put into play that you have not seen as many movies as Joe. So Joe
Mhm.
knows more
I
about
haven't.
what goes into
I
filmmaking.
can smell a
me-
bad movie from like miles away.